Shalom, shalom. I'm here to give a message on knowledge and our history a little bit that has been forgotten. Cause we go back further than just slavery. Where were we before slavery? Where did we come from? Well, this is going to be a topic on where we come from and how they destroyed our books and our heritage and how they did it, how they cut us off from being a nation, because that's right now, today, that's why we don't know who we are. We call ourselves niggers, spicks. We call ourselves Sambo. Anything they want to call us, they call it. African American. We done been colored. We done been Negro. We done been everything. Every 10 years we change. So I'm waiting on somebody to come out with something, because we're getting to be another 10 years in 2020. Another decade, and they're going to come out with something else, and then we'll fall for that too. But we are some peoples in the Bible. We are the people that is in the Bible. We don't know who we are because we don't consider not. But today, I'm going to give us a little background on who we are. It's a short message, but a background on who we are in the Bible for today. Well, in Ecclesiastes 12:10, I'm going to get right to it. Ecclesiastes 12:10. Ecclesiastes 12:10. 12:10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rust, so is their wickedness. You can't trust thy enemy. If you read Deuteronomy 28:6, they said we were sold unto our enemy. So we know who we were sold to. I don't have to go into all the great detail, but we know who we were sold to. If you study the Bible, you will see it, you know who we were sold to. You know who our enemy was. You know who enslaved us. So I don't have to go into great detail about that, but you know who our enemies are. Like the Bible says, Ecclesiasticus said, never trust thy enemy. Never trust thy enemy. Because just as iron rust, they rust too. So the Lord is telling us never trust them. Because just as iron rust, they rust. They're no good to us. Because they are the one that hidden our truth from us. But then it's our fault too, because they know that if you want to keep something from the so-called Negro, you put it in a book. And he would never go no further because there's nobody there to hold his hand. Because we done got so used to handouts, welfare and everything. We don't want to work for nothing. We want everything to be given to us. So we don't want anything. We don't want to work for nothing. So that's just how it's done. Ecclesiasticus is in the Apocrypha. That's the book they took out. This book, this part of the Bible, they took out. The Roman Catholic Church took it out because they condemned them so bad. You have to go get the King James Version, 1611. It has the Apocrypha in there. And man, there's amazing information in there about what they did to us. And they take it out because they don't want us to know any better. They know we ain't not going to do any research, but there's a few of us doing some research, and we're waking up now. So it's our job to spread the truth to our people, the so-called Hebrew Israelites. We are the Jews that the Bible speak of. But just like it said in Ecclesiasticus, is in the Apocrypha, King James Version 1611. So a lot of the stuff you won't be able to go to it if you don't have that Bible. But this is what it says. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rust, so is their wickedness. So it's sure, iron is sure to rust, so they sure to be wickedness. That's what the Lord is saying. It's self-explanatory on a lot of this stuff. But I'm reading it anyway, so that's where you understand. When I link all this up together, you'll understand. See, we have an inheritance that has been miscrewed. And this is what the Lord said about us in Isaiah 1:3. Isaiah 1:3. And this is you'll see how all this link up once it's all done. The ox knows his owner, and the ass knows his master crib. The ox know who own him. He know who take care of him. And the ass knows the ass. You can take an ass and drop him off 50 miles away. He know how to get home. What the Lord is saying, but Israel does not know. My people do not even consider. We don't even consider our heritage. We don't want to know no more than what we know because we so stuck. We just want to be just where we at. We don't want to learn nothing because we're comfortable. We don't got comfortable living in this world, so everything good. We got us a car, we got us a house, we got us a job. But God can take that away in a twinkling of an eye. You think you did that on your own. But don't nothing get the okay, now let's God get the okay. Nothing pass through God, now let's God get the okay. And we have lost our heritage. That's just point blank. So the Lord trying to let you know what done happened to us. We have lost our heritage. So we don't even consider not. We don't even consider that we were doing something else before we came here. You never asked the question, what was I doing before I came over here? What was my heritage? What did I do? You were doing something before you came over here. You just don't stop at slavery. It just don't stop at slavery. It goes further back. And we have a history. We have a history from it. And see, and this is what the Psalms 83, 1 through 8. I'm going to give you a little bit of it. See, this is all going to link up to where we don't know who we are. Psalms 83, 1 and 8. They have taken crafty counsel against your people and consult together against your shelter. So they don't want to, they done took crafty counsel. If we can keep these Negroes down, and then they won't know who they are, because the truth will set you free. You will have a different outlook on life. You have a different outlook on what's going on around you. You won't think you're just a nobody when you're a king or in a queen. You won't think you're just a nobody. They took crafty counsel against you to shelter you from who you are. So you don't know who you are. The church is not going to teach you who you are. We already know that. You've been going, your ancestors, our friends, been going to church for so many years, and you still don't know nothing. You go actually, when they come out of church, that's what they learn. Nobody knows what they learn. Nobody, because they sing, take your money, and then the preacher preach for 5-10 minutes and you're gone. And you don't know what, you haven't been told anything. The churches have done us a job, along with the so-called Edomites. They have done us a job. They have destroyed us as a people, as a whole, as a nation. We don't even know who we are. This is what the Lord asked us, and this is what the Most High asked us. In Jeremiah 2:14, is Israel a servant? Are we a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? They have robbed us. Spoiled means robbed. They have robbed us of all our stuff. The Lord asked us a rhetorical question, because we kings and princes and queens, and he asked us why. He said, "Is Israel a servant?" He asked the question, a rhetorical question. Is he a homeborn slave? You see what I'm saying? He asking us a question, because we supposed to be the warrior, the people. You know, we supposed to be the great people, but he asking us, are we a slave? I'm going to this to get to what I want. What we're going to study on today. I'm going to this, so I'm giving you just the parts of it. So when we get there, we'll understand what we're talking about when I read this to you. See, this is who we are. This is right now. This is in the book of Judah. This is in the Apocrypha. This is in the Apocrypha too. See, we need that book. We need that book that we can know who we are. Because we don't know who we are, then we lost. This is what they say about us. But when a famine covered all the land of China, they went down into Egypt. That's how we got to Egypt. It was a famine. That's how Abraham went to Egypt. It was a famine. That's how he got there. It was a famine in their land, so they can't eat, because Egypt had all the wheat. They had all the wheat and everything, all the food, so they went there so they can eat. While they were nourished, it became a great multitude. We became a nation. So we are a nation of people. We was in Chaldea, and that's where we came from. Abraham, it became a famine in that land, but the food was in Egypt, so we migrated to Egypt, and that's how we got into Egypt. Because there were food, we were nourished, and that's when we became. Once we started eating it and popular, we became a nation. That's when the Egyptians got mad with us in Genesis. They said, "Oh man, they're getting too big. We got to find a way to destroy them. They're getting too big." So that's when they put us in the slavery. We built all the pyramid. The Egyptians, if you go back and do your study, the Egyptians are the modern day Africans of the day. That's why you're not African. They know the separation between the two. So they had you in slavery for 400 years until Moses came. You see. And we became a nation. And this is Exodus 1 and 9. This is another example. He said unto the people, "Behold, the people and the children of Israel are more mighty than us." This is Exodus. This is what one of the pharaohs, because they had plenty of pharaohs. Pharaoh was just like a king, a president. And so this is what he said. Whoa! He said, "Look here. These people the children of Israel became a nation. We became a nation. So we became so big, so like now, It's so many of us, what they do, they killing us. They putting all the abortion centers in the neighborhood. They giving us all this food, crack and everything, putting us in prison. They trying to destroy us any way they can. They mentally and physically. Because it's the same thing that the Egyptians said. It's the same thing they're doing to us now. It's all linked up. They consider us too many people. We too big. So they got to find a way to destroy why you shooting and killing you every day. Every day we dying. Every day we dying. We got bodies laying in the street. Every day. Here in Jacksonville, we just dying like flies up in here. Every day you turn on the news, one of us getting shot and killed. Either it's by them or us. Because we so mentally destroyed. Because we got feminine minds. So we're emotional. So we touch one another, we shooting each other. Your car bigger than mine. We mad at everything. But that's because they have crafted counsel against you, and they set all this in motion. They set all this in motion, and we just carry it out. They set all in motion. But it's a curse that we're under. And how we get up out of this curse, we got to learn the law, statute, commandment. That's what the Bible is made of. That's how you get out of these curses. Now this is another Judah. This is in the Apocrypha. Now check out what this lady said. This is in the Apocrypha. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in his people, and they sin against their God, she's talking to her like they hey, I'm talking to them. Hey, these people, man, they God people. But this is what she said. If any error in his people, I mean, we disobey the law, statute, commandment, and sin against their God. See, they know that who our God is. They know God in Israel is only for us. They know that. They say, if you sin against their God, let us consider that this be their ruin. Because see, they know who God was and know who God served. They know who God was for us. They know the God of Israel only came back for us. Yahweh, he was only for us. So the son Yahweh shot to die for us. They knew that back then. So they say, well, if these people sin against their God, that should be their ruin. And we did. We disobeyed the law, statute, commandment, and that's why we're in the condition that we're in. Now you see how this link up. That's why we're in the condition that we're in. Huh? That's why we are. And see the Egyptians were the Africans. The Africans sold us, and guess what they sold us for? Joel 3:3. Joel 3:3. And they have cast lot for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot. A harlot means a prostitute, a hoe. They sold us. They sold the boys to the so-called Edomites for liquor. So they ain't just started raping our little kids, raping our boys. They pushed this sexuality. They didn't just start doing that. They continued it on. They brought that into slavery when they called butt breaking. When they would rape the men in front of their family to weaken the man so they wouldn't have no respect for him. They take the biggest man and they rape him. They call it butt breaking. Well, the Africans sold us. So that's why I try to express you're not an African. They try to make us think we're African. They got even the move Queen and Slim and Queen. That guy's an African. They got an African playing our parts now. Because they come in, they blend in with us. They wear our hip clothes. They blend in with, but they don't deal with us. They steal our culture, wear our clothes, but they can blend in good. But he's an African. He's the same one that sold us. He's an African. In the movie, Harriet Tubman, she's an African. You mean to tell me we don't have no so-called Negroes to play them parts? See how they play? They give you bits of it, but you got to put it together. They really, what they're doing, they mocking you. Because they say, these Negroes don't know nothing. So they mocking you, whether you know it or not. See, that's what I'm trying to say. We have to read these books and learn. But we're not doing this. We're not reading these books and learning. What is it? This is Revelation about doing the commandments. 22:14. Blessed are they that do his commandments. They have a right to the tree of life. So if you don't do his commandments, you ain't going to have a right to the tree of life. That you may enter through the gate into the city. That we got 12 gates. And I think it's Revelation 12:21 or 21:12. It's 12 gates you're going to go through. That's the 12 tribes of Israel. So if your name ain't one, if you ain't part of the 12 tribes of Israel, you can't get through them gates. They ain't going to teach you this in church. It's 12 gates. If you ain't one of them people, you can't get through it. So we had lost our heritage. So we done been lost so much that we done lost our heritage. Now I want to get to the part. Now I did all that to lead up to this. I want to get to this part where I show where our history has been stolen. Now everybody done heard it. This is Maccabee 1. Maccabee 1. See, this is something they're not teaching us because we got to get the King James Version 1611 with the Apocrypha in it. That has they call it hidden truth. Because they took this out of him because they don't want you to know nothing. Okay, everybody remember Alexander the Great. That's what they call him. But his real name in the Bible is Alexander the Greek, not great. They always have to be great. The great white Shah, the great white hope. They always have to be great because they got to make themselves great because they're not great. You are the great one. So everything they do, they make it the great white hope. The great white Shah. Shah not even white. He great. Darkest color. So they always got to be great. They put stuff on front of their name. There's not the white whale. All that stuff. You know ain't no white whale. Everything they do, they got to be great. They got to put some on it because they know they're not who they're supposed to be. So that's why they do that. I'm going to read here Maccabee 1. First Maccabee 1. And it happened after that Alexander, the son of Philip, a Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chetam. And he smit Darius the king, the Persian. And he reigned in his stead. The first over the Greeks. He was like the first king over the Greeks. Alexander the Great became like a great man. You didn't see the movie. You seen like he conquered all these different countries over there. And made many wars. He made many wars. He won many strongholds. He slew kings of the earth. He just went through a straight path. You seen the movie. And he just killed everybody. That's why they call him Alexander the Great. They want to call him Alexander the Great because he slaughtered all them people. He went through the end of the earth, took spoils of many nations. It's so much that the earth was quiet before him. They were scared. Everybody was scared of him. Because he was going through just killing everybody. His army was so big, he was so powerful, so he was going just killing everybody. Okay, and he gathered a mighty strong host. He had people around him like senators and congressmen, what they call today, and rulers over countries, nations, and kings who became tributary to him. I mean, they gave him money instead of he was like, hey, he's the king. They bowed down to him. Everybody was scared because he went around and destroyed all these people. This is Alexander the Great now. You're going to hear some crazy, it ain't crazy, but it's very interesting stuff. Wherefore he called his servant, such as were honorable, and had been brought up unto him from his youth. All his servants, all his captain, sergeant, even his friend, they had been brought up with him from his youth. They was his friend. So Alexander reigned 12 years and he died. The historians say he died from syphilis. There's some kind of sexual disease. Because you know he was gay. He was a homosexual. So if you see the movie, that boy that was with him, that little blonde hair, that's supposed to be his little lover. He was a bisexual. They give it to you in the movie, but we don't pay attention to it because they know we just look at movies and don't really pay attention to it. But he was a gay man. He was gay. He died. Okay, before he died, guess what he did? This is what he did now. And his servants bear rule everyone in his place. They were rulers. Everybody had a section of a part of the earth and they were rulers. And after his death, they all put crowns on it. They all put crowns upon themselves. They all became kings they became kings and presidents of different countries. They put it upon themselves. So did their sons. I mean, when they died, they gave it to their son. The same thing now, what they said, never trust their enemy. And then the same thing they say that prepare slaughter for the iniquity of their children because they pass it down. That's why God should never trust them. They pass it down. They living off the backs of us right now. The same people living off the backs of us from our ancestors because the family just passing on down. The Brown family, the Jones family, the Walmart family, all of them, they just passed their wealth on down, which we gave. We made them famous. We made them rich because they beat our backs in. How you think capitalism and capital come from? New York was discovered on, New York made their money off of slaves. That's why they're so great now with their financial aid because of slavery. They became famous because of that. That's what capitalism was. See this book here? Read this book. Read this book. Isn't that the Holocaust? This is the Black Holocaust. They tell you about they tell you how New York became what it was because see the United States is capitalism and we are the capital. We will make money. They just want money. We were the capital. We made money for them. We still making money for them. We work for their company. You seen that girl on Facebook? She broke down. I'm tired of working for them. They paying me $40,000. They make up $1 billion. So they giving you crumbs because we making them rich. Cause they off the backs of us, they getting rich. Okay. In those days went there out Israel wicked men. And now check that. In those days went there out wicked men. Because you gotta understand, they was up under that rulership of the Greeks then. Of Greece. They was up under that rulership. The Greek had the kingdom. They were scared. And they came out of them wicked. They were wicked men. They took Alexander's spot. When he gave him all their land. They ruled for over 170 years. They ruled over the earth. In those days, there were out of Israel wicked men, out of the so-called Hebrew Israelites. In those days, we had wicked men. Guess what the wicked man did? Who persuaded many? The preachers, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, all our local black pastors. They was wicked men out of Israel. Look what the Bible say. Who persuaded many? They persuaded us. We in them false churches. Knowing where you don't put it on. They don't teach you nothing about the Sabbath. They don't teach you nothing about the holy days. They don't teach you nothing. Nothing about the law, statute, and commandment. Come as you are. There's nowhere in the Bible. Here go T.D. Jakes celebrating Thanksgiving now. He know that that's a pagan holiday. But he celebrating Thanksgiving and everybody fall for it. On Facebook with a big old picture of food around him and all that pork and everything up in there. But he supposed to be the man of the cloth. With teaching everything that the Bible teaches, he does. So that's what the Lord said. They are wicked men of Israel. These are our own people. They were wicked people in Israel. Went around persuading us. They persuaded us saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen. Oh, Lord, come on now. Let us go make a covenant with the heathen. We had T.D. Jakes, they had them settled in. They done settled in with the white people now. So-called whites. The Hebrew, the Esau, Edomite, Caucasian. The world. The heathen, all the other nations. Chinese, Japanese. We done settled in now. We done settled in. They gonna make a covenant. Hey, we tired of getting our backs beat. We tired of being depressed because they're gonna kill us if we don't do this. Now that was the wicked. They persuaded us that are round about us. For since we depart from them, we have had much sorrow. Since we got our own, moved out, they left and had their own. They started doing their own stuff. But by them disobeying the law, they got punished. So the wicked men went in there and said, hey, talking to all the other black leaders, Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King, talk to what's the boy name is now, the Perm. I can't think of his name. Got the Perm. Al Sharpton. All of them came together. So let's persuade them. They persuaded us with lies. Malcolm X said in one of his speeches, I have sent my people to a burning house because he realized what was going on. He realized what was going on. I know it's hard because y'all so used to them being them lies. So when the truth come out, you don't understand it. But I'm reading this straight out of the Bible. Straight out of King James verse 6 and 11. They went, these wicked men of Israel, the wicked men of the so-called Negro went out and made peace with these white folk, made a covenant. Why you think they can build these big old churches right now today? Because guess what? They get these government grants and they can build them $14, $15 million churches. Because they done went in there and made a covenant with them. I'm going to teach you people a bunch of lies. I'm going to have y'all where y'all docile, have you where you lost. I'm going to have where you think you can do anything you want and you be all right and still come to church. This is what they done. See, they took this out of him because they didn't want us to read this. Golly. So this device pleases them well. This device, it pleases them well. They say, okay, we agree. They're like, nah. Millions of people in church on Sunday. Millions of people are lost. They agree with it. They say, okay, this is where we'll do this. And then certain other people were so forward herein that they went to the king and gave them license to do after the ordinance of the evening. They get license. Now you go to school, you get a license to teach these people wrong when you go to the seminar schools. They went to the people and said, and ask for the license to do what they do. Eat their food, go by their tradition, and serve their darn gods, which is that so-called Jesus. That's they so-called Jesus. His real name is Yahushua. It wasn't even J until what, the 1400s. Oh, they ain't have no J's back in Egypt. They made that up. So anyway, getting to this here, but them people say certain other people so forward therein, they went to the king, they went to the president, they went to the councilors who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. They took this out of the Bible, but it's in here, 1611. King James Version 1611. That's how we get to the state we in. People like T.D. Jakes that we follow, Prefo Dollar that we follow, our local pastor that we follow. You got a church on every corner, they still shooting and killing. Them people don't care nothing about that black church, man. Because they know y'all teaching you wicked. And you see they saying anything about the church? No. Any other time, if you were teaching what we teaching, they'll shut us down. They'll shut you down. But you think they're going to worry about that church? I ain't worried about no church. Because you doing just what you supposed to do. Keep the black people down. Because if they rise up, then we know it's a difference. What the lady say? If they sin against their God, we know it's the end of them. It's their ruin. It's their ruin. Check this out. Check this out. Whereupon they built their place to exercise at Jerusalem. They built their own temple. They built these $15 million churches for them to go in there and continue teaching these people lies. It's all here in the Bible. According to the custom of the heathen, they built them $15 million churches. I'm going to read it. Whereupon they built a place to exercise in Jerusalem. They built these big old churches, what you see now, these 14, 15, 20, $30 million churches, so they can continue teaching you a lie. And you abide by it, you think everything is fine. So when a person like me tell you, you don't want to listen to me. That's both. He don't know what he's talking about. But guess what? The time comes when you will know. You can see it now. They killing these sisters. They killing them. They hard-headed, disobey. They killing them. Just like they killing us now. They getting killed just worse than we getting killed. They hanging them, body slamming them, beating them. They catching pretty hell now. The white man done got tired of them so-called Negro women. Because they stiff-necked and hard-headed, so they booting them out now. They killing. They doing every kind of thing. And after a while, you're going to have no choice but to come to the black man. The ones that going to be righteous. And when you was number one, you're going to be number 7. You're going to be the afterthought. The number 7 girl going to be number 1. Because y'all going to them churches, and most of us women going to church. Our women are, y'all something else. That's another statement. And made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant. Uncircumcised means 2 things. You can be uncircumcised in the mind, or you can be uncircumcised physically. And they forsook the holy covenant. They forsook the holy covenant. They basically what they did when Moses went up to the Mount Sinai, and he got what? He got 2 tablets with our law, statute, and commandment. So they just threw it out the door and said, we ain't doing it. And joined themselves to the heathen. And were sold to do mischief. That's where we at now. We were sold to do mischief because they teach you in that church that you can do anything when you can't do anything. It's abomination to God, everything that we doing. A lot of stuff we come out church is abomination to God. And people go in that church know they're wrong because guess what? They comfortable in there. They don't want to do nothing different anyway. They want to go to that church and sit there and talk to everybody and do this stuff and come right on out and don't learn a doggone thing. But this is right here in the Apocrypha Maccabee. This don't line up just with us. All of them line up. Now when the kingdom was established, before Antiochus, he threw a ring over Egypt. And though he reigned over Egypt, that he might have the dominion of the 2 realms. He ruled the whole world. He ruled the world. These people, they ruled. They made up their own kingdom. Wherefore, he entered into Egypt with a great multitude, with chariots, elephants, horsemen, and a great navy. A great navy. He had an army, a navy, out in the water. And he made war against the king of Egypt and was afraid of him and fled, and many were wounded. He killed the Egyptian. That's when Egypt fell, and then the Greeks came in. That's how it happened. Egypt fell when Egypt got killed. When Egypt got destroyed, the Greeks came in. You know, you had the Egyptians, the Greeks, and the Romans. These are all great empires. See, and that's what happened. When Greece came in, Greece, which is Greek, they destroyed the Africans. They ran them out of there. They killed them. They took over, and that's when Greece came in. That's when the Romans came in. All of empires collapsed. So you think this is modern day Babylon. This going to collapse too. And that's what happened in there. Okay, let me read on. Okay, this is what they did. They entered proudly into the sanctuary and took away the gold altar, the candlesticks, and lights. They took all their gold, everything. Okay, that's what they did to the Africans. They destroyed them all. They killed them all. Now this is what they done to us. After they get rid of the Africans, they came to us. Ye, many also of the Israelites, consented to his religion. We started doing what they were doing. Just like I was telling you, we started assimilating where they live. We started acting like them. Even wherefore they could file for sorcery. They filed, they started doing wicked stuff. They started reading that false doctrine and everything else. Okay, this is what they did. They went in there. Now on the 15th day of the month, 150 years they set up abomination of desolation upon the altar, built idol. They started worshiping all other kind of gods. They came in there and destroyed. Basically, just put it out here. They say your church. They came in there and they took your church and just destroyed it. And they took all your altar, all your gold and everything out the church. And burnt incense at the doors of their house and in their streets. They just took over. They took over the Israelites. They run them. They beat it like they're doing now. They doing it back then. They doing to us right now the same thing they did to them. They destroying our people. Wow, look at here. And when they had, okay, this is what they did. And when they had rent in pieces the book of the law, which they found, they burnt them with fire. They burnt our history. They burnt the Israelite history. They burnt the book of the law, it's the Bible. They burnt the book of the law. That's when they came in and started whitewashing and changing everything out of the Bible. They tried to get rid of our history. They burnt the Bible up. They went and tried. We had schools and libraries. They went in there and burnt our books up. So that's why you don't know nothing. So when they redid it, they changed all of it. They went in there and started painting all the people in the Bible as white people when they was really black. Now you see how it link up. They went and read this, man, and they had rent in pieces. They tore in pieces the book. They got the Bible just tore it up. All our history in there. All what we did. These books we read right here. See these books up here? See these books down here? This man, they go in there and gave you books and ripping all your history up. Ripping all your history. Then they rewrite your history. They rewrote Harriet Tubman. That man that was chasing Harriet Tubman supposed to be in the bounty hunter, that's a made up part. Why would you make a movie about our history and then put a made up part in there like he was hunting it down? That's a lie. That's a lie. But anyway, back to them. And when they had rent the pieces of the book or the law which they found, they burnt them with fire. And I can close the book right now. I can close everything in there right now. That's it. That's enough right there. This is part of your history. They took crafty counsel against you. And so right now today, if we walk around here docile, we think we somebody when we really nothing. We think we somebody when we really nothing. Them pastors are killing us. Woe unto the pastor that scatters my flock. Woe means destruction. Whoo! And and whatsoever they found in it, or the books, or the testament, there you go. And wheresoever was found in any the books of the testament, or if any consented to the law, the king commanded was to surely put him to death. If they call us living the Bible, living the law, they would put us to death. They was killing us. That's why they was afraid. That's why they started doing wicked. That's why they took crafty counsel against you. That's why they got people like T.D. Jakes to come get you and make you start falling. Right now they can't kill you like that, but they're gonna come in time because y'all. You see what they're doing now? Concentration camps coming out. They buying all the guillotine, these shift-made caskets, martial law. It sounds weird to you, but it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. It's come to pass. And then when you realize, you're gonna say that boy would know what he was talking about. I'm telling you, man, it's in the Bible. But they took it away from us. They was killing us. They were prosecuting us for reading the Bible. What they do in slavery? What they did in slavery? They prosecuted you when you were reading that Bible. So this is what they did. This is what they're doing now. They're doing the same thing I just read to you. And whosoever was found with any book, if they caught me with a book about the testaments, they killed me. Don't you know in San Francisco they try to outlaw the Bible? It's going to be against the law for you to have the Bible. So if you have that Bible, you're going to get killed. So they're going right back. Ain't nothing new up under the sun. The same thing they did them, it's going to happen then. And you're going to be the same wicked people that going to say, I'd rather do what y'all say, Mr. White Man. I'd rather do what y'all say. And I will join y'all. That's the same thing they did up here. I'm reading it to you. I'm not making this up. Okay, check this out. Check this out. In which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised. They killed these women for circumcising their baby because they were still trying to do the law. Still trying to do the law, statute, commandment. These was strong women. We don't have no women like these today. These women were faithful Israelite women that stuck by the law. Stuck by the law, and they got killed for that. Them the women should be honored. Where are them women at? Where are them women that need to be honored? Where are them Hebrew Israelite women that still obeyed God's law and had their kids circumcised and they got hung? They hung them. They hanged them people. Right here in the Bible, approximately they took out the Bible. They took it out. King James Version 1611. Get it for yourself. They hung them people, man, because they were still living, trying to do God's work. Where are them women at? Them the women we need to honor. These are the women we need to honor. And get, oh man. And they hang the infants about their neck. A baby. These white folks hung a baby by his neck. And ravaged the house. They went to the house, broke it. They did everything they could do in the house. Slew them that had circumcised them. They slew the people that circumcised the baby, and they hung the baby by its neck. Now, come on, people. It's time to wake up and get up out of this. Take that. You either take the blue pill or take the red pill. You don't think message didn't mean that. That's what message was talking about. You living in a real, you either living rallied or really live a real life. That's what that movie was saying. We just thought it was a fantastic movie. No, you're going to take the red pill or the blue pill. You either going to come to rally or live in that metric. They hung it, man. They hung a baby. They hanging babies because they were circumcised. Little baby. Put a rope around the baby, they can hang him. When you going to wake up Israel? It's all in this Bible. You want to love them. They don't love you. Because the same people that did that, they on this earth today. The same Israelites that got hung, they on this earth today. Ecclesiastic. We all reincarnated. We always them people back then. Now we up here now, trying to get it right. God, you keep giving a chance while you keep coming back. Now when the time is in, you ain't coming back. You're just going to be it. We all have been reincarnated. They making movies about reincarnation, but they putting in dogs and cats. A man died, he come back in the dog. He died, come back in the cat. He died, come back in the elephant. You coming back as a human being. But they won't dare teach you this in church. Here they are, hung them women of Israel for circumcising their baby because they were doing what God does says the Lord. And then when they hung the baby, infant baby mean a brand new baby because you know after 8 days the baby get circumcised. So they hung the baby after the baby when he's 8 years old. It gets barely 8. Wow, man, them some wicked people. They don't love you. They showing you now. They keep killing you and hanging you. And you want to love them because guess what? Because you ignorant, because you don't know the truth. You ignorant of the word. You ignorant of the word. You don't study and read. All you want to do is go out and party and go to the club, see what, duck your house up, the old Christmas tree that shouldn't be in your house. The Lord said that's the heathen. In Zechariah, that's the heathen. Don't do what the heathen do. Cut down the tree and decorate it with silver and gold. It's in the Bible. We so materialistic, it's a shame. You take away that materialism, we'll kill ourselves. We'll kill ourselves if we take away that materialistic stuff. You will kill yourself. Wow. They hung the infant, man, about their neck. This in First Maccabee. Howbeit, many in Israel were full, resolved and confirmed in themselves not to eat anything unclean. People stood up. They might have got killed, but they said, hey, I'm not eating that pork. I'm not eating that pork. Therefore, they choose rather to die. I'd rather die than disobey God's law. Where we at today? Where you at today? Would you die for God? Would you die for the Most High? Would you die? No, you would not. You rather take that silver and gold and die for God. You rather take that silver and gold and die for God. You rather take that silver and gold and die for God. And not defile with meat. There you go. Not eating that pork. They rather die than that they might not be defiled with that meat they give you. Is that meat killing you? Crab, hog, everything, ham, all that stuff killing you. Wherefore they choose rather to die, that they might not be defiled with meat, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. There you go. They rather die for God than to eat this old defiled meat and live like the heathens do. So then they died. They got killed. They got slaughtered. And there was a great wrath upon Israel. They hate us right now today because you Israel. It's a great wrath, and that wrath has never stopped. They hate you now today. They hate your guts today. They hate the ground you walk on. That's why they kidnap you. They robbing you. They doing everything they can to you. Stealing your melon. Your melon on the stock market worth more than gold. They selling your melanin by the ground. Your color of your skin, they selling it. And injecting them with it. That's why the girl can be on Facebook and look like she black when she white. They buying that melanin by the ground. How you think you get melanin? You have to kill you. Why you think all these women are coming up missing these kids? They taking their body parts out because they want to live young, long. They can't live long because God called them Caucasian. They got degenerate. I'm gonna read it to you. They wasted away. They half dead already when they born. They half dead when they born. This is Malachi, what I just read, y'all people. I'm sorry. This is Maccabee, first Maccabee. This where your books went at. This where your history at. When them Greeks came in and took over, they destroyed it. They destroyed the Africans. Then they came and they got us and stole our books and burnt them. They hung little babies. They hung little infant babies because they were circumcised. What kind of human being does that? And these people still living today. Still living today. Still living today. Here it is. Go to Numbers. Go to Numbers. I'm going to show you what it is the curse to be white. Go to Numbers. Numbers 12. Numbers 12. Numbers 12. Numbers 12. Numbers 12. Verse 9 through 12. 9 through 12. Now check this out. Miriam, which is Moses' sister. Miriam, which is Moses' sister. She was marking Moses. And this is what the Lord done to her. And the cloud departed off the tabernacle. A cloud, that's them doggone UFO they came they see. And they say it's a whirlwind. Then the chariots. The United States of America know them chariots. They know them not UFO. They show, why you think they showing all these space movies? And they destroying the spaceship. They destroying the spacemen. Independent Day. All they move by space. That's you. That's the angels in the chariots. They keep coming checking on us. See, you will never get that if you don't study this Bible. The same thing they did to them chariots by a pillar by night, cloud by day, them were chariots. The movie of the Black Panther. That was chariots when you see when the boy looked up into the sky and looked and seen them were chariots. Surrounded by fire, them were the chariots. They know that. They put it in the movie and subliminary messages. Because they know you're not going to understand because you're not going to believe the Bible. Because you don't read it, so you ain't going to believe it. Check this out. Check this out. With 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. The Lord left, he departed, he left. Okay, here it goes. And the cloud departed from off the I just say on its holy ground, sanctuary of the church. Behold, Mary became leprosy. Leprosy back then, you done seen the movie. They always told you leprosy like a scab, like souls. They were in the movie. They show you, and they lived in a cave, right? The part they got right by living in a cave, they couldn't be in the sun, right? Well, white folk can't be in the sun right now. They be in the sun, they die. That's why you think they killing you, taking your melanin. See how I link up? Why you think they killing you, taking your melanin out of your skin? Because they can't live in the sun. They die from skin cancer. You in the sun, it gives you stronger. The doctor recommend that you get in the sun so you can get your vitamin D built up. Now, there you go. He said, what happened? He said, what they did? And the cloud departs from off the, this is the Lord came mad because they did. You read on your own, number 12, you can start from 1 and read all the way down to 16. I'm just going through it right now because time. And the cloud departed, and the Lord departed. Miriam, which is Moses' sister, became leprosy, white as snow. She became white. She became pure white. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, that's Aaron, that's Moses' brother. And behold, she was leprosy. Aaron said, oh Lord, she done turned white. That was a sin. It was a curse to be white. It was a curse to be white. You know how they used to tell you back in the day, it's a curse to be black. Everything they do, you got to remember they switch around. It was a curse to be white, not curse to be black. This is in Numbers, King James Version, Numbers. Numbers 12, 1 through 16. Okay? And Aaron said unto Moses, ask my Lord, beseech thee, lay not the skin upon her, wherein we have done foolish, wherein we have sinned. They sinned against Moses, because they were mocking Moses because he married the Ethiopian woman. You got to read it. Let her not be as one dead. Let her not be as one dead. Because when you turn leprosy white as snow, the Lord consider you dead. For whom the flesh is half consumed, because she's white. The son kills them. He touched her white. That was a curse. It's a curse to be white, people. Oh man, they'll never teach you this in church. They'll never teach you this in church, man. They'll never. When he comes out of his mother's womb, it's you have dead, you come out white. If you're born out of your mother's womb, you were white, you have dead. Because the sun gonna kill you. Nature do not agree with white people at all. The sun will destroy them if they can't be in the sun. When have you ever seen us getting attacked by a lion? When have you ever seen us get bit by mosquitoes and die? When have you ever seen us get bird flu? All this, the only way we get sick, they pumping it to you. Come get in this line, get your free flu shot, and they pumping that. They pumping it. It takes so many shots to break your body down. Because your body built a certain way. So they have to keep pumping it to you, pumping it to it. The Tuskegee experiment went on for 40 years. They had a cure for syphilis, and they just wanted to see how your body reacted. It couldn't break your body down. It took 40 years for it to break your body down. Till your body just couldn't handle no more. Free shots. You see these places, come get these free shots. They giving you some kind of disease. You the test dummy. Come on, we'll give you $400, pay for all your room and board and all this shit. Why they giving you poison? They said, whom the flesh is half consumed. When he comes out of the mother's womb, you dead. You half dead. You half dead if you come out white. They got you thinking that leprosy was souls on your body. The Bible said the leprosy, your skin turned white. You lost all your melanin out of your skin. You have no color. You have the protection from the sun. That's what the Bible teach you. Now they teaching you something different. That's why you got to study this Bible and learn for yourself. You always thought leprosy meant souls and blisters on your body because you looked at the movie. Here goes the Lord, the Bible. The Lord said you turn leprosy white as snow, clear as day. That's what leprosy mean. That's what it was back then. They done changed it now and saying it's like cancer and blisters. The Lord said it was like you were white as snow. So if you were born white, you half dead. This is what the Bible said. You half consumed. What Esau mean? The word Esau in Hebrew means wasted away. It's just another confirming of what the Bible teaches. Okay. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, hear her now, O Lord, O God, I beseech thee. Moses praying to God, hey, Lord, heal my sister. That's how serious it was, because she was white. They know she would die in that sun. Y'all remember now, back then, a cool day was 104, 105, 110, 100 degrees out there. So you couldn't be no white folks back then. They would have been dead surely. They couldn't live back then. That's how hard it was. They knew she was going to die if he had put no melanin in her skin. But do what the Lord said. And the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had spit in her face, she would be ashamed 7 days. See, back then, they had custom. If the daddy was embarrassed, they said the daughter was supposed to be a virgin. And she wasn't. He was ashamed of her, so he spit in her face. That's the way you knew that he was ashamed of her. Should not she be ashamed 7 days? Put her away for 7 days. 7 days mean completion. Let her be shut up out of the camp. Take away. She can't be with the camp. She can't be with the children of Israel. She got to be set aside for 7 days. And after that, let her be received again. After she cleansed, then she can come back into the camp. She can come back into the fold. And Moses was shut up, and Miriam was shut up from the camp 7 days, and the people joined not. They didn't go by. She was by herself. Like in the movie. Remember they showed they was in the cave? Well, this part of the truth, they was in the cave. Nobody came around for 7 days. Miriam was brought again. That's when she was healed. And afterwards, the people removed from. They left. They left. I can't pronounce that word, but they left where they was, and they consented to go on about their business. All in the Bible. All in the Bible. All in the Bible. And that's what I want to let y'all know. I know I get fiery, but the word wisdom make a wise man mad. Our people are so ignorant, it's ridiculous how ignorant we are. We won't pick up this Bible and read for nothing in the world. It's right here in the info. We are a lost people as a nation. You got a few people think they did it on their own. God can take it away from a blink of an eye. A blink of an eye, you can be down to the bottom. Your jaw can fold. Say, hey, we no longer need you. We're bringing in young people who are making cheaper money. We no longer need you. Well, where can I get my pension? No, we filed bankruptcy. Now you can't get no pension. Now you can't get no 401k. The Lord can bring you down just like that. Just like that. You're on your belly. The same people you look down on, now you got to look up to them. This word is real. People of Israel, you have to wake up. You have to wake up. Everybody think the Lord going to be so innocent when he come back. He come back to destroy. Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is a man of war. Oh, we're in the New Testament. We're in the New Testament. This out of the New Testament. And guess what it says in 1 John 3:4. Whosoever committed sin transgressed also the law. The law is in the Old Testament. This is the New. So if you transgress if you commit sin, you transgress against the law. Also the law for sin is the transgression of the law. So you can listen to them people tell you won't that you can't you don't put this to read the Torah. That's how you learn that's why your laws in the Torah. Your laws in the Torah tell you how you're supposed to act. What you're supposed to do. People, we got to get with it. All I ask you is to read. I gave you the scripture over and over for you can get it. For you can know how to write it down. For you can write it down. Don't think you just coming to me. If you reading this here, you ain't just coming. The Lord said, you think you just turn to this? You hear my voice. My sheep hear my voice. And know them. And they follow me. If you hear this word, if you God's sheep, if you God's children, you will hear this and you will follow this. If you're not, then we're not worried about you. You might be the part of the 2/3. So you better check yourself. This is how you know you're the children of God. The Spirit itself. Okay, Romans 8:16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the child of God, children of God. You know how you can talk to somebody, you can figure it out. Oh man, yeah, you're spiriting right. Well, your spirit, if you're a child of God, when you talk to another person, a child of God that's sincere, your spirit will feel it. You'll know who he is. John 10:27. John 10:27. My sheep hear my voice, and he know me. And I know them, and they follow me. There you go. There you go. And that's what the Lord telling us. So go get it, people. Go get it. Get your books. Start studying and reading. Don't just waste away your time. Spend a little time with God and pray. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which says, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent it. Everybody who was against us is going to die. Everybody against the children of Israel is going to die. Amos 9:10. All the sinners of my people. Everybody that prosecute us, your time coming. Y'all don't want to hear this, but it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. Well, this right here will lead you down. I can't, if I go there, it'd be 2 hours. But I came out to give you this, to let you know that your history was burnt. They stole your books and burnt it. The same way they do now. But this how they do it now. They put it in there, they know you ain't going to read. Can you imagine your baby getting hung? They hung your baby was 8 days old, maybe 9 days old, 10 days old, and they got a noose around your baby's neck. Your baby turned blue. Them people still here today. Getting your ancestors, they still here today. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine you getting killed because you did or you obeyed God? Can you imagine that God said the wicked men of Israel, that means these guys today, he preaching this like, I'll keep saying, T.D. Jakes ain't your friend. Women that are loose. God ain't never meant for you to be loose. God ain't never for you to be out on your own, Miss Independent Woman. You can't find a man now. Now you've been playing with toys. You got more toys than the store do. All because you so independent. And guess what's happened now? Now your fate is being called because guess what? The so-called white man, so-called Esau, so-called Caucasian, they don't want to have nothing to do with you no more. They pissed off at you too because you're hard-headed, stiff-necked. Only a black man can handle a black woman. Y'all can say all this stuff, black men can't handle black women. No, because we can. But they can't. They getting tired of you now. They firing you for your job. They doing this because they don't want to deal with you no more. Because you just a stiff-necked woman. So now your fate is you're being judged. God is bringing out his judge upon you. Where are the women that they died for obeying God's law? Where are the women at? Our women don't care nothing about the law. They just care about themselves. They're selfish. But yeah, that is it. I just want to get that information out. The reason why I don't do video back to back because I went to the God and give me a message to give. Sometimes I write something, think I'm gonna do it. I don't do that. I try to do it, but then Lord said, no, that ain't what I want you to do. So I had to go on based on what he gave me. So it was a reason for me to get it. It might be one person that hear this or see this and change their life. If that happened, that's fine. That's all I need, one person. Shalom, my people. I do this out of love. I love all my people. I love my Hebrew Israelite people. I do this out of love. It sounds like anger, but wisdom make a wise man mad. Isaiah 48:1. Speak loud like a trumpet. Spare not. I am put to spare your feelings. Because this word is true. And I read everything for you about. You can break it down for yourself. I know people, you twisting it. You break it down. You go back and you read it and you break it down. Break it down for yourself. I don't know how else you can break down hanging. Well, they hung the infant by the neck. So you can tell me how you break that down. I don't know how you can twist that up. I don't know how you can twist how they killed the woman because she circumcised her baby. I don't know how you can twist that up. You go in there, I don't know how you can do that. It's just plain as day. I don't know. I don't know how you can put that. They ripped your book and burnt it up. I don't know how you can. How can you falsify that? It says they ripped your book and burnt your books. I don't know. I don't know how you can do that. Somebody tell me. Word for word. But shalom, my people. I love you. I do this out of love. It's all about knowledge. Knowledge is a powerful thing. It can kill your soul. They can take away everything you got, but you still got knowledge. Knowledge is powerful. And they don't want you to have no knowledge. Shalom, my people. Shalom until next time. I love y'all.